Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to create Salesforce leads for Eventbrite registration. So we are going to learn how to integrate Eventbrite and Salesforce in such a way that whenever a new order is made on Eventbrite for any specific event, then a lead will be created in Salesforce. So we can do this by creating an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be to create new order in Eventbrite and our action will be to create a lead in Salesforce. Let us learn how to do that. So let us learn that how can you create a lead in your Salesforce account whenever a new registration is arrived in any specific event created in your Eventbrite. So let us quickly sign in into our account so that we reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. That will take you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you can see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Create Salesforce Leads for New Eventbrite Registrations. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you. You will be able to see trigger and action, two major concepts of Pabbly Connect on which the workflow runs. Before that, I would like to remind you that open your Eventbrite dashboard of specific event on which you want the attendees list, and then also the Salesforce account where you can check the lead generation by the automation that we are going to create. You need to open both these accounts, Eventbrite and Salesforce, in order to make smooth connection with Pabbly Connect and also to cross-check the activity which you are going to perform. So now let us understand what is trigger and action. Trigger says when this happens and action says do this, which means that trigger will be the first application where the event will take place manually, which means we are going to make the changes over here. And that change will trigger this workflow so that the action application performs the assigned action. So the trigger application is going to be Eventbrite, because we are making this workflow or creating this workflow for new Eventbrite registration, and the registration is for this specific event. Like this is the event, I will click on view your event and I will be taken to this place where I can give a registration or reserve a spot for myself. And as soon as I do this, we will receive the details of that specific event or the person who registered themselves over here in the response. So the trigger event will be new order. You can read what's given below it. Triggers when a new order is placed for a tickets to an event. Alright, so once you connect by this, click on connect so that every time the new registration is done over here, we are going to receive the response. That is why we are going to connect Eventbrite and Pabbly Connect. Click on add new connection, connect with Eventbrite, and it will automatically detect your account. Click on allow and then it will just be connected like that. Authorization successful. Now it has already detected the name of the organization, that is the name by which the account has been created, and then the event we were talking about is Music Night and it is the one. Alright, so now we will click on save and send test request and see that it starts waiting for a response. Now this is the time when you need to make sample submission over there so that we receive a response right here. Going back to Music Night, here let us click on reserve a spot. We will be taken to the form, and this form requires the details of the attendee. This is the name of the person, last name of the person, email address, and we have to confirm the same email address over here. So I will just type it right here. This is done. Click on register and then your tickets will be generated. You have reserved a spot for this specific event. See, it is done. Thanks for your order. Going back to our Pabbly Connect workflow, we will wait over here and see that we will receive a response of the recent submission that we made. And see, we have it here. This is the webhook ID, the webhook by which the connection has been established between Pabbly Connect and Eventbrite. Then the user ID and the action was the order placed. But the thing that is required over here is this number. So this number is basically an ID, which is an order ID. So we will retrieve the complete information about our attendee because we need to create a Salesforce lead, which means that attendee information is required. So let us close this window and remember that this API URL is having the order ID. First, we will extract this order ID from API URL using text formatter by Pabbly. So let us choose our next action application as text formatter. The event will be to split text because we have to take that ID part from the given text. So let us map our text from which we want to split it. API URL from this drop down menu we will select. So this URL will be provided, and from these slashes we will take out this ID, which is the separator, slash is the separator, and then we want the second to last. This is the second to last segment of our text. Click on save and send test request and then you will receive the separated part, that is your order ID. So now we will get the attendee details with the help of this specific order ID. Close this window, and now we click on this plus button, adding one more action step, which is going to be again Eventbrite, because this time we need the details of our attendee. So the action event will be scroll down and then you will find get attendee by order ID. Click on connect. Now you do not need to go for add new connection because this is the second time you are using Eventbrite in this workflow. Keep it on select existing connection and click on save. It will be simply connected. Just enter the order ID from the text formatter that you took out. This is the order ID and click on save and send test request. You will receive all the details related to your attendee over here. When you scroll down, you will find name, first and last name, and email address. And the complete name is also given over here. So all of this is done. The person is attending, the type of reservation is general admission, and the delivery method is electronic, which means online the registration was done. So now we have received the basic details, and the details that we filled over here while creating a registration, we have received it. There was no more information that we entered, so we are not going to get that in response. Click on this plus button, and this will be your last step. That is going to be your final action application, that is Salesforce, because now we will create a lead based on these details we received for the attendee. Now the event will be create lead. Click on connect and similarly add new connection, because this is the first time you're using Salesforce in this workflow. Connect with Salesforce, and here you will find that it will automatically detect your account. Just scroll down and click on allow. Once you click on allow, you will see that the authorization will be done. It's done, and now you enter these details, these simple basic information about the lead that you want to generate. Alright, so let us map the last name over here from the third step of Eventbrite where you got the attendee detail. Scroll down and then find the last name, that was user. And also one more thing that I would like to remind, that you can also type in the search and map data, that you don't need to scroll from the long list of responses, and simply write and it will straight away take you to the value you're looking for. Title, so you can just say attending because the person is attending. So that is the differentiation for the person, and it is over here attending. Okay, company, company is required, but we do not have any company over here. So all of these attendees are going to be for music event only. So you can simply enter music event over here, because that is nothing to be worried about, because all the music night event attendees also only will be coming over here as a response. No other event responses will be received. So simply we can enter music event over here because that is not going to change. Phone number we did not enter, but yeah, we do have the email address. So you can simply take the email address from here, type @ in the search and map data, and it will take you to the email address. Now all of this is done, nothing else is required. Now this is web, yes, it was a web source. All of this is done, simply click on save and send test request and see that the lead will be generated. Success is 1, which means the work is done, and this is the ID from the Salesforce. Now let us close this window and go to Salesforce to check that were we successful in creating a lead in Salesforce whenever a new order will be received for the music night event of Eventbrite. Coming to Salesforce here, let us refresh it once and see user demo music event is the company. No phone number, but we do have a email address. If you open it, then you will find that it does have email address over here. Lead status is also here, title is also here. So these were the basic details we entered, and that is updated over here in Salesforce. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped. Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.